Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to create my Stitch It Right bracelet. And this is a variation of my crisscross bracelet that I released not too long ago. You will see the looping technique and the laying of the bands is identical. We just do it in a different order. And this one is much easier in my opinion. So a quick side note, when you take it off of the loom, it can be a little wiggly and not like as straight. But when you wear it, it wears fine. I have tested it. I just want you to know that. And secondly, all of my instructions today will be based on a full wraparound bracelet. But for the sake of time, I will only be using 2 loom lengths instead of 3. But again, I will be giving all of the band count and instructions on the loom for a full wraparound bracelet. So if you see that I am only using 2, do not worry. So for today's video, you will need 133 bands total. The breakdown of that is 79 of the sage green border, 36 of the pink, and 18 of the dark green. You will also need 1 C-clip and your hook. So let's go ahead and get those supplies ready and we can get started. To make this bracelet, you will need to have at least 2 bars wide. If you only use the 2 bars wide, this is how tiny the piece will be. So you're going to need a whole lot of extensions for that to fit your wrist. I personally recommend having 6 bars total. So you'll have 2 here, another 2 in front of that, and another 2 connected in front of that. So you'll have 3 rows of 2 bars wide. And that is to get a full wraparound bracelet without any extensions. Also, if you're using all opaque bands, which are from the Rainbow Loom website, 3 full looms will be too big. It came out to be 8.5 inches. All of the other bands worked fine that I used, but for some reason these ones, it just came out much bigger. So I had to go down 32 pins instead of 37 for opaque bands. I will have that noted below in case I said that too fast and you're using opaque. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling a lot. So the first thing we're going to do is choose the border color, which is the sage green. I'm going to use purple. And normally when you watch my videos, I have you sit one here for when we close it. We are not going to do that today. We are going to start by laying 1 straight one on the left bar and 1 straight one on the right. And now you can pick either bar that you want to work with first. I'm just going to go up the right side. So we are going to be doing a fishtail border, which means we have to lay a long stretched band for all the borders. So right where we laid the short one on the right bar pin, you're going to go right on top of it and stretch it up 2. Like that. Wherever that ended, you're going to back up 1, and that's where your next one will start, and stretch it up 2. Nice long stretches. And this is exactly what we did in the crisscross bracelet. So this is where it ended. I'm going to back up 1, and that's where my next one will start. And just make sure you are stretching it up 2 every time. And you may want to push them down as you do this. So we are going to lay, we're going to lay this all the way to the end of our loom. But if you're counting just the long stretched ones, it will be 37 of them. Finally got to the nail salon today. Got my nails cut down and repainted. They were getting super long. So it feels good to be able to work with them without them getting in my way as much. You guys are used to seeing my nails long, I guess. But they were getting too long. Okay, I have 1 more to lay. And as you can see, my last one started here, but ended here at the top, like so. And that is the last one I'm going to lay. And like I said, if you were counting the long stretched bands only, you would have laid 37 of them. So we're going to come back to the beginning and do the exact same thing for the left side. So we'll come right on top of the short one that we laid, and on top of it we will lay a long stretched one going up 2 pins, just like on the right side. Back up 1, and that's where you will start your next one. And just like we did on the right bar pin, we're going to lay 37 of them. When we get down to the end, I will have you lay one more, but I'll tell you that when we get down there. Is everybody ready for summer break? I know my son is. He is like itching for this month to go by so he can have his summertime. I don't know if I'm ready for it though. How selfish of me. Kids want to eat all day long. I don't know about that. Alrighty, so I just laid my last one on the left side. So once it connects to the top, you know that you are done. Push that down a little bit, and like I said, we're going to lay one more. So grab one more of your border color, and counting on the left pin, you're going to go to the last pin and then back up 1. So the second to the last, you're going to lay a band, connect it to the corner pin, and stretch it to the right corner. And we're basically making a sideways triangle. Once you do that, you will go through and push all of those down, and then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do next. So now we're going to start laying some crisscross bands. The first color that we're going to lay is going to be the pink on this one. I am going to use this peach color, and we're going to start on the right pin over here, and we're going to be crossing it diagonally up to the left, connecting it to the third pin up on the left. That band feels very loose, so I'm going to grab a different one. So it should be crossing like that. First pin on the right, third pin on the left. Now you're going to pick your second color, which is the green on this one. And I'm going to use this pastel green. And we are going to cross it in the other direction. Wherever your last one ended on the left bar pin, you're going to back up 1. And we're going to cross this in the opposite direction, going up to the right, like so. So it should connect to the third one up on the right. And now this is where the actual pattern will start. The beginning was a little bit different. So we will be laying 2 peach and then a green, 2 peach and then a green. So I'll go back to my peach color. Wherever my last one ended on the right, we will back up 1, and that's where we will start. We will always start like our sequence starting from the right side. So back up 1 from where that ended, right here. We're going to cross it diagonally up to the left. And then come right to the next pin from the one you just laid it on. And that is where we will lay our peach again, crossing it a long diagonal stretch up to the left. So peach, peach. And now we will lay our pale green going in the opposite direction. So wherever our last one ended on the left bar pin, you're going to back up 1, and that is where we are going to cross the green like that. So we are not laying the green on every row. As you can see, it will be on every other row. So this is what it should look like. So we're going to start that again. I'm going to grab 2 of my peach so I have them nearby. So this is where my last band is connected on my right bar pin. I'm going to back up 1. I am going to lay my peach going diagonally to the left. I'm going to lay my peach again going diagonally to the left. I will grab my second color, which is my pale green. I'm going to back up 1 on the left bar pin from where my last diagonal band ended. So it would be right here. And we're going to cross it in the opposite direction. Like so. And this is what it looks like from the side. don't know if that looks confusing to you or not, but that's what it looks like. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to back up 1 from where my right last band ended. I'm going to go diagonally left with my peach 2 times. That's where it ended. I will back up 1, and that is where my next green will cross over. Go back to my peach and lay that twice. I'm going to back up 1 and lay my green in the opposite direction. The main part of this pattern is you just want to make sure that you're starting your peach on the correct pin. There should be bands on every pin on the right side. You can see that this one is empty, and that is where my peach should start. If you made my crisscross bracelet, I don't think anyone will have a problem making this one, because it definitely is easier in my opinion. So just take your time, and we're going to do this until we get near the end. We do not lay this all the way to the end, but I will show you where to stop once we get down there. Okay, so I'm at the end of my loom, and you guys are going to ignore the fact that I'm not at the very end of my loom. I am doing only 2 loom lengths just to save time on filming, but I ended 1 short because if I were to use 3 looms, this is exactly how the bands should look, and I need your bands and my bands to look the same for instructions. So just ignore that. This is exactly where the bands should be when you get down to the end. On the right bar pin, you should have 2 empty pins without any diagonal bands connected to it. Your last band that's crossing diagonally up to the right should end on the 3rd pin. And as far as the left bar pin, you should only have 1 that doesn't have any diagonal bands connected to it. We have our last peach going from right to left on the 2nd one. That's where it ends. So make sure yours looks just like that. And if for some reason you did mess up and like lay an extra one, it doesn't hurt anything. It just, you'll have loose bands hanging out when you take your bracelet off, and you'll want to break them off because it looks messy. Okay, so I've turned my loom around. We're going to grab 1 more border color, and we're going to put a cap band right on this left bottom bar pin, wrapping it around 2 times, like so. And now we are going to start the looping. So if you're familiar with the crisscross bracelet, the first thing we're going to do is basically rearrange some bands and move them down a pin. So if you're looking at the right bar pin, we are going to be moving down every other band. So we're not going to move this one down. We're going to move this one. So it should be the 3rd pin up. You're going to grab this band right here, and you're simply going to move it 1 pin below and reattach it. This is where it connected to. So now I need to back up 3 pins. So 1, 2, 3. And that's where I need to move my next band down. So I'm going to grab that. And a little bit of a tip I can give you. You'll know if you're grabbing the correct one because there is no other band connected to this pin. If you look at this pin here and this pin here, we have the green connected to those. So that means they are the pins you should not be going into to move the band. This one has no other band connected to it, and that is the one we're going to grab. Take it off, stretch it down, and attach. This is where we just attached it to, so we're going to back up 3. As you can see, no other band is connected there except my peach. We're going to pick it up and stretch it down 1 pin below. And we need to do that all the way up the right side. This is where I end it. I'm going to back up 1, 2, 3, and I need to grab that band, take it off of the pin, pull it towards myself, and reattach. We are not twisting or turning, we are simply taking it up and moving it down 1 pin. So you will keep going up every 3rd pin and bringing them down to the pin below until you have no more of those bands to pull down. Like I said, it's easy to identify because there's no other band connected to that pin besides that peach. So I would have finished before you guys. So when you are caught up, just make sure that you don't have any more to pull down. The 3rd pin down on the right should be the last one that you should have moved down. Once you have done that, we will come to the left side. And we're going to do the same concept, except this time we are going to be moving every green band. So here's my first green one. It's the 3rd pin up. I'm going to pick it up, stretch it down, and reattach. Now for the left side, because I'm right-handed, I have to turn my loom a little bit or I will lose the band when I go to reattach it, so be careful. So this is where I attached it. I need to back up 3 pins, just like the other side. I didn't actually realize that, so yeah, back up 3. Here's my green diagonal band. I'm gonna carefully pick that up off the pin, pull it towards myself, and reattach it to the pin below. So do that to every green diagonal band or whatever color you used for those, and bring it down 1 pin. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. I apologize. So I'm going to finish before you guys did. Make sure once you get to the top, the 3rd pin down was the last one that we needed to move down, which I already did. And it looks like a bunch of crisscrossing bands. So hopefully you took your time so you didn't miss anything. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do for the border is we're going to go into this bottom left pin here. Move the cap band, and you're going to grab the next band down, which is that triangular band, and we're going to loop that forward like that, and then we're going to go back into that cap band, and the next band down we're going to bring to the right, and that makes our closure just a little bit tighter by doing it like that. And now the rest of the border, we are going to be looping it like a zigzag. So we will be bringing the right border over here to the left, and then we'll go into that pin, bring that to the right, and we're going to go left and right all the way up in a zigzag. So I'll go into my right pin first, grab the bottom band, bring that over to the left, and now we'll go into the left. Make sure you're getting in front of all the bands that are there and grab the very bottom. And you're going to bring that over to the right, to the pin closest to you, right here. Then we'll go into that pin. There's a lot of bands on this one, so make sure you're getting everything moved besides the very bottom one. And that one will go right here to the left. We'll go in there, grab the bottom, bring that to the right. Go in there, grab the bottom, bring that to the left, and repeat. Right, left, right, left. This part's very easy. In my opinion, it is. And just so you guys know that The part that is on top, like this part that we're looking at, is actually the bottom of the actual bracelet when you take it off of the loom. And I'm sorry that my camera keeps blurring out. It's because my hand is too close to my camera. I'm getting near the top here. I just brought my second to last pin to the right, and then make sure you go into the second one on the right and bring that into the left. That will be the last cross that you need to make. So from the right bar pin to the left is the last cross. And now we need to grab one more border band. This is different how I usually do it, but I was really struggling to get a good closure, and this is the best that I found. So we're going to take one more border, and we're going to lay it straight across the top 2 pins like so. And now we're going to flip up all the bottom bands that are on the top right pin, which there's 2 of them, and carefully just bring it up and over and release. And we're going to do the same on the left side, but on the left side there are 4 bands. You can do one at a time. You can grab as many as you can with your hook, but we have the top band there, and then so I'm grabbing the second one, and then the one under that, letting go. There's one here and one more. So make sure you got all of them up and over. There should only be 1 band left on each of the top 2 pins, and then you're going to bring both ends together. So I'm going to grab the right side carefully and bring it to the left. And now you can attach your C-clip, or you can put your hook in it and then keep it on there, pull it off of the loom, and then attach your C-clip, which is what I like to do for this design. So I'm going to pull it off of the loom. So when you take it off of the loom, you will definitely need to give it a stretch because it pulls everything all wonkily. And like I said, it may not lay straight. It lays kind of wiggly, but that is normal. But I'm going to put my C-clip on if you didn't do so already. And ignore that my bracelet is smaller. Remember, I only did 2 looms just to save on time. So you're going to come down here and pull your cap band. And if that band is sticking out like that on yours, you just grab the border and try to cover it up. And then pull this again. It's kind of hard. All right, so stretch it out, and then you'll just clearly connect the cap band and the C-clip together. But that's it. That is how you create my Stitch It Right bracelet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it wasn't too hard, in my opinion. Let me know down below if you did like this design. If you do make one, don't forget to go onto Instagram and tag me on there, Loves to Loom. I really love seeing your guys' renditions. I really look forward to it. Like, I look all day long. So tag me on there. That's it, though. I really appreciate you guys watching another video, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Thanks, guys. Bye.